Football Focus says the Cowboys were simply unlucky at times this season. After a season where Dallas won 10 of its 14 games played by a one-score margin, the Cowboys were just 1 in 6 in games like that this season. So, Shannon, you think there's any truth to this quote-unquote bad luck theory?
Hell no. There's not no. So I just want to know, was it unlucky that they fell behind by 28 to the Packers? Or was it unlucky that they fell behind by 14 to the Vikings? Or maybe 19 to the Bills? Or maybe 17 to the Chicago Bears, Mitchell Trubisky-led Chicago Bears? Was that unlucky, Skip? A simple yes or no?
Is it my turn?
No, I'm just asking.
I'll talk.
No, I don't want you to talk.
Okay.
Was it unlucky that they got Teddy Bridgewater in the second start for the Saints? Was it unlucky that they got Sam Darnold wearing 140 pounds coming straight out the hospital off of mono?
I'm sure you weighed 230.
I just want to know if it's unlucky. Skip, okay, can you do this for me? Can you tell me the game that swung late and the Cowboys, Maher missed the field goal. They hit the upright. A carom that's bounced up in the air like 4 times and somebody got a pick six or a scooping score. Where's the unluck? Skip, I got an interesting fact because this is what Pro Football Focus does, Jen. They say they were unlucky. In their 8 losses, the Dallas Cowboys have led for a grand total of 1 minute and 19 seconds in the fourth quarter. But they're unlucky that they lost.
Did they get blown out?
Whoa,
I thought you were asking questions.
No.
You asking, I'm giving you an answer.
It's not your turn, Skip, man. It's not your turn.
What is this?
No, I asked you earlier.
Are you asking Jerry?
Yo,
You want Jerry? Because Jerry can't respond because that's just a picture.
I asked you earlier and you didn't want to chime in, so I'm not asking you anymore. And I want the people that feel at home because I want them to feel this. In the Cowboys' 8 losses, they've led for a grand total of 1 minute and 19 seconds. So, to get unlucky, shouldn't you be leading and at the last second somebody kicks a 40-yard field goal? Or like you say, the hand of God. Mason Crosby hits one and just like, oh my God, I can't believe we lost that. Shouldn't we get a Hail Mary, the Miami Miracle? But we didn't get any of that in these 8 losses. They were, Skip, did you know? And see, they like to equate, they lead the league in yards. But here's the thing. Dak Prescott in the fourth quarter against the Chicago Bears threw for 224 yards in the fourth quarter. That's the second most fourth quarter yards in any game this year. For the people at home, they were down 17. I got an even better stat. Dak Prescott threw for 323 yards against Green Bay when they were down by at least 3 scores.
That was in the second half.
When they were within a score or 2 scores, he threw for a grand total of 140 yards. So in other words...
140 is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, if you're a backup, if you plan on never playing starting in the regular season.
323 is in the second half alone.
When you're down by 3 scores or more, Skip Bayless. So what I'm saying is what all pro football is doing is confirming what I'm saying. There's a lot of empty calories that they're compiling all these yards in meaningless situations. Skip, at some point in time, in 8 losses, you got to be ahead by more than 1 minute and 20 seconds for it to be unlucky. Okay, you leading the entire game, and then all of a sudden, a team keeps it close, and dude hits a 40-yarder. Okay, you're winning, and you get a chance. Okay, they come back, a furious comeback, and now you got a chance to win the game with a walk-off. The Dallas got none of these. So I'm trying to see the unlucky situation that Pro Football Focus can base this article on and say they've been unlucky. How?
My turn?
Yes.
Thank you, finally. Man, I was sweating over here waiting for my chance.
You got it.
Okay, I am speaking strictly in the past tense. This is a post-mortem because it's over. It is over. They got no shot. I know it's like a 1 billion to 1 shot.
No, stop that.
Philly is going to crush the Giants on Sunday, and I am not certain my team can beat Case Keenum if it in fact is. I think it's going to be Case Keenum and the Washington Redskins. I'm not certain of that.
Okay.
Even though the Redskins have no reason to win this game because it could hurt their chances of drafting Chase Young. They might just stumble into it by default because my team has probably given up the ghost of this season. It was one long ghost. But to the point of Pro Football Focus, was it bad luck or was it just not meant to be? Well, whichever way you want to spin that, it's not a good thing when your quarterback has fractured his index finger and he's banged up his shoulder going into the biggest game of the year and can't practice.
But he had 7 losses before that.
Okay, but I'm just saying, this is the turning point because this is the game against a team that we were better than. We're better than the Eagles. I don't care what you say. my quarterback's a little better than your quarterback, and I think my team has played a little better in spurts than your team has played this year. But it still came down to that game for all the marbles in Philadelphia, and my quarterback just wasn't healthy. Is that bad luck? Not meant to be? And what flipped the whole season on its ear was a game played by the Eagles at Lambeau. Remember that night game at Lambeau against the quarterback that you love, the transcendent thrower of the football, the greatest thrower of the football that Shannon Sharp has ever seen. His name is Aaron Rodgers, who's actually been in decline the last 3 years.
Stop saying that is not true.
That night, he's got the ball down inside the 5-yard line, and on the final offensive play of the game, here it is, he fails. Look at little Darius Shepard. He runs completely free on the right side of the end zone because the Eagles blow the coverage. There he is. You can see him flash. Aaron could have underhanded him the ball, and it's another big L hung on Carson Wentz and company. Should have been a big L, and instead Aaron Rodgers inexplicably tries to force it to Valdez-Scantling in double coverage because they blew the coverage.
So you in Pro Football Focus want to say because Aaron Rodgers did not go to throw the ball to that young man, that's unlucky for the Cowboys.
Well, it was because it should have been a big loss. Then how would it have tilted the playing field on Sunday? I mean, the division could have been over by Sunday because the Eagles were horrible all year. The Eagles, with the division on the line, they went to Miami and just laid the biggest South Beach egg you could lay.
What about if Aguilar doesn't drop that touchdown against the Falcons?
Okay.
What if he holds on to that? What if he holds on to that one that walking to him, hit him against the Patriots? What if he holds on to that one?
That was hard. That wasn't a drop.
Well,
I'll give you the one drop. I will give you that.
So Gallup's on what drop.
But here's the next one. You say, what happened at the end of some game? Well, I can tell you what happened against the Jets because they lost both their starting tackles for that game. That's bad luck. And Amari Cooper played one series and said, I can't go. I don't know if that's bad luck, not meant to be, or the wrong guy.
Stop doing that, Skip.
Okay?
Hold on, Skip. Hold on.
Wait, I'm talking.
Go ahead.
My floor, and my team falls behind 21-3 to Sam Darnold because my defense rarely showed up this year when it mattered. And all of a sudden, here came my Warrior quarterback. He kept getting up and making another throw, and getting up and making another throw. And it comes down to a 2-point conversion pass to your favorite tight end, Jason Witten, a future fellow Hall of Famer. And here it is, Jason Witten, and Marcus May just covers him. He just tackled him. It's a flag any other point of the game, any other place on the field, except in the end zone on the tying 2-point conversion. Marcus May just goes and tackles him. He's hanging all over him. It's a foul. You have to throw all kinds of yellow at that play, but they threw no yellow, and it's a bad break. Is it bad luck? Not meant to be. So the point of the Pro Football article is that, Pro Football Focus, is that
making excuses.
If you look at their numbers for the year, they're just extraordinary.
That's my point.
They led in third down conversions for the year. It's hard, but what did they finish at the bottom of? Starting field position.
Yes.
So Dak just kept converting third downs, but you can only go so far because the field's 100 yards long. So if you start at your 3, the drive's probably going to bog down at the 35.
I thought the objective of football is to accumulate points, not yards. So, Skip, so if all you're doing is accumulating yards and not points, what have you done? Because what's happening is that you're falling behind. And these teams are letting you convert third down after third down after third down. But what about it when it means something? When it's 7-0, or it's 7-7, or it's 14-7, or it's 10-7. What about those numbers?
Okay, here's what happened. My defense rarely set any opening game tone. My defense almost always came out flat and lifeless, as it did Sunday at Philadelphia. And too often, even if Dak took the opening kickoff down and scored with it, the defense was flat and lifeless. And you look up, and now it's 21-7, and he's throwing desperate passes.
Well, hold on, Skip. So what about the you lost 12-10 to New Orleans? Defense played pretty good, right?
Yeah, so did the quarterback. He had a few yards, 77 in that
10
game.
points.
Pretty
10
good.
points. No, you got to get 10 points.
Pretty good. 22 of 33, 223. He played pretty well.
You go to New England, and you give up 13 points. You scored 9.
Yeah, in a driving rain with plunging temperatures into the low 30s.
Well, Tom Brady wasn't playing in the damn dome.
Well, he lives there.
He don't live outside.
Yeah.
His name Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Okay? Not Tom the cat.
Well,
but anyway,
I don't think there's any shame in that.
Yeah, it's shame. Hold on. Your defense gave up 17 points to the Philadelphia Eagles. You scored 6. I'm trying. Where's the? I'm trying to see. But see, this is what got me. This makes me upset with you, Skip Bayless, because you talk about your quarterback being banged up. Pat Mahomes missed 2.5 games. Eric Fisher, his left tackle, missed 8 games. Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Chris Jones, and Frank Clark all missed time, and the Kansas City Chiefs hadn't missed a beat.
Yes, they have. They lost how many home games? I know they lost 2. They lose 3 home games? They've been a big disappointment. They've been a big disappointment.
They got an opportunity if they win and what you call them, lose that number 2 seed.
Mahomes lose at home to the Colts?
Yes.
Wow. What's wrong with that? Something's wrong.
You lost to Buffalo.
Okay, but we don't have Tyreek and Kelsey and Sammy Watkins.
They missed time.
We don't have those guys.
They missed time.
Oh, baloney.
They missed time with injury. Kyrie hurt his shoulder the first game of the season and missed like 7 weeks.
Give me Kelsey with Dak and see what happens. You've been telling me all year Jason Witten's washed up.
Here's the thing, though, Skip. You might have a Kelsey in waiting, but you don't know because you won't get him on the field because you want to show favoritism to Jason Witten.
Yep.
You don't. I believe Jarwin can be a top-flight tight end, but he got to get on the field more than 15 snaps.
I agree with you. If my quarterback is completely healthy for the last 3 games of the year, including the one starting at Chicago, my team would be in the playoffs. No, he wasn't. I think he had his finger on it.
No.
He got hurt during the game.
Okay. So, but he was healthy entering the game, and he fell behind by 17. Okay, was he healthy? I just want to know one thing. Was he healthy against New Orleans?
Yep.
Okay, he was healthy against the Jets.
He played pretty well. He missed one throw.
No, Skip Bayless, he scored 10 points. Was he healthy against the Jets?
By the end of the game, probably not.
What?
I didn't see one quarterback all year take more punishment than Dak Prescott took in that game on that field in New York, thanks to Greg Williams' blitzes.
Skip, I don't want to hear this because all I know is that you got to be pretty unlucky to not lead but 1 minute and 20 seconds in your 8 losses. That's not luck. That's bad play. That bad play. And it falls on the shoulders of your quarterback.